never forget. 오버에 토끼忘れるなあれこれそれ大切なのどれ
Alright, we got the heroes of the Carter Guild. You know it's me, Falku Black. You don't need to know my real name unless you know me outside of this. We got Big Homie Rod. And what we talking about today, Rodney?
Man, we talking about what's been sweeping the world right now. We talking about 11 years in the making. He used to be called the Jamaican Wildcat.
Exactly.
Now it's Kofimania.
Facts, bro. So basically, man, you guys, just like Rodney told us, Kofimania, it all started when, damn, I forget my man's name. Basically, damn, I forgot my man's name. What's his boy name?
Mustafa
Yeah,
Ali?
my fault, Mustafa. I said it all started with Mustafa Ali. He got hurt, so he couldn't participate in the gauntlet match. So Kofi Kingston took his place. First person Kofi pinned was Daniel Bryan. Now, he didn't win the whole gauntlet match. He ended up losing to AJ Styles, but he put on a hell of a performance at, Fastlane. And Fastlane, actually, it was not Fastlane. It was actually Elimination Chamber. Excuse me. It was him. Yeah, it was him and Daniel Bryan. The last two left. Daniel Bryan hit him with that running knee. That was all she wrote. And now, everybody looking for opportunity that Kofi's looking for. Basically, he's about to get his opportunity for the first time. About to sign that contract. And then, no chance. That's what you got. You know that shit mean. That mean when you hear you ain't got no chance. You ain't got no chance. Vince told him that he's replacing him for Kevin Owens. They had their match. And then, the New Day went up in there. They was like, look, Kofi been here for 11 damn years. He needs his opportunity right now. So what we gonna do? Vince say, go out there. You're about to get chopped. I told her that. And then he went out there, and then it was just a setup, bro. He got kicked on by the bar, and then the whole New Day was left stinking. So, I had the gauntlet match yesterday. I'll take a little break. I'll let Rodney talk about the gauntlet match. So, what happened yesterday, brother?
Alright, man. Vincent Man, from last week, Vincent Man told my boy Kofi, hey, you gonna run the gauntlet again? You good at gauntlet matches? Alright, say less.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna have to defeat 5 hard ass niggas.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to defeat Randy Orton. You're gonna have to defeat the newly United States champion Samoa Joe.
Din, Joe. You already know Joe don't play, bro.
Alright, and then you gotta defeat Sheamus and Cesaro, which is the Bar.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have to, defeat the Big Redwood, Eric Rowan.
Bro, facts.
All 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Back to back to back to back. And as soon as you when you beat all of them, you get Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. What we at right now? 35?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, WrestleMania 35 at East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Our home. Mm-hmm.
Our home.
Facts. So what happened, bro? He beat them all. Yeah, Kofi, hey, he ran the gauntlet. Look, I didn't know how he was going to pin Rowan. I ain't going to hold you, but I was glad that Rowan disqualified himself. But Randy Orton, I was like, that's going to be a toughie. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of iconic because you remember when Kofi Kingston actually beat Randy Orton when he was champion. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of iconic that was the last match of the gauntlet. Well, we thought it was the last match, had him celebrating all that stuff. And then, once again, no chance. That's what you got. He said, as long as you beat this guy. And then, Daniel Bryan, fresh Daniel Bryan at that comes out
fresh
there.
Fresh ass Daniel Bryan comes to the ring and puts the whooping on Kofi Kingston.
Then that's all she wrote. I ain't even going to hold you, man. I was so devastated that I cried, bro. And let me tell you something.
Cried?
Bro, I cried, bro. Yo. Not even Jeff Hardy, my favorite wrestler of all time. And when I was young, when he lost, I was mad. Probably ain't talking to nobody in school, at the freaking elementary school table. But I ain't never cry over that match. Like, some people don't understand. Look, I don't know if it's part of the whatever's going to happen, storyline, and then he'll get his shot. But it's kind of tough because a lot of people I was talking to about this, basically they're saying that the Kofi Kingston segment is basically reminding them how some of us go through the real life. You know what I'm saying?
We go through that shit every day.
Exactly. And using the B-plus player, like, Daniel Bryan was, Vince McMahon's eyes back in the day, Vince McMahon was a 6'5" giant, basically, that looked the part. It didn't matter if you could wrestle or not. You know what I'm saying?
No. He wanted a 6'5" jack giant that was white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gotta call it like you see it. Exactly. And subliminally, it's part of the storyline, but of course they're not going to up and say, it's because you're black. You know what I'm saying? But they're hinting it. You know what I'm saying? He said, you don't deserve a damn thing. Basically, you're a B-plus player. You're a B plus player under a B plus player. Because in their eyes, you got, let's say, we got Braun Strowman, got John Cena, got Daniel Bryan, the original B plus player. And under him, you got the B minus player, which is Kofi Kingston. In their eyes. You get what I'm saying? And it's basically like, yeah, the Authority, they took everything they could from basically Daniel Bryan. Like, think about it one time when Daniel Bryan actually won the title for the first time. Triple H came out there and congratulated him. Hit him with the pedigree his ass right there. Pedigree. But the difference was Daniel Bryan can still call himself a one-time WWE champ. You know what I'm saying? Kofi Kingston was at the mountaintop numerous times. He was at the mountaintop. Nobody interfered inside of the Elimination Chamber. Man. That's the truth right there. You know what I'm saying? He lost that match fair and square. It's okay. But then after that, giving him his opportunity, taking his opportunity that he earned away from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows what's going to happen at WrestleMania and all that stuff, but it's just extremely tough because it really shows like a storyline that, all right, Kofi Kingston, he overcame the adversities, but now you're hitting up with another adversity. It's sad to say, people are saying this is the best storyline ever because it's really exemplifying, hate to say it, but the truth is the truth, what black people go through in reality. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
Look, this ain't even the anime shit. I'm getting a little hype. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the goal?
But you see, over the years, it's happened to all of them, man.
Let's talk about the history of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, prime example. He's on the main roster now. He came back a couple months ago. Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Lashley, up and coming. He is the stereotypical build of a WWE champion. Jacked, good height.
But what's the one trait he missing?
There's one thing that's one thing he missing. Well, he got too much of. He got too much melanin in his skin.
Yeah, truth.
And the furthest he went was the ECW title, and we all know the ECW title was shitty.
Yeah. They say like ECW in his own brand, okay, that's a different story. But let's think about it like this. I'm gonna take you way back, you know what I'm saying? There was speculation back in the day that said Viscera, Big Daddy V, was supposed to be the first WWF champion. Last second change, Vince McMahon decided that he would actually lose that match. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Going forward, we also have The Rock. Yeah, The Rock is declared the first and only WWF WWE champion. But this is the problem. Similar to what happened to Naomi Osaka, the tennis player that defeated Serena Williams. Mm-hmm. When you go on Wikipedia, you go on anything like that, they don't mention the side that she's Haitian American. Anything that had to do with her being of African descent. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they fully classified her as a Japanese person. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what we're getting at. And for The Rock, too, usually, they mention only his Samoan side. You know what I'm saying? Which there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Samoan people, they get after. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were running back on the field and a small person playing D tackle, he probably gonna put you down. You know what I'm saying? But the main problem is
gonna put you down.
Yeah. The main problem is you're mentioning one thing, but you're neglecting the other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
In my opinion, as I'm black, Rock don't count. Listen,
look, Rock, we still count.
You don't count.
Leave The Rock alone. He ain't got no hair.
Nah, we all know back in the day when Rock had hair, it was straight hair.
Oh, my boy had he had the original S curl.
He got that relaxed hair. He don't have to worry about BDB.
Even with the Nation, bro, my boy had the smooth head.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
you had so many black wrestlers come through the company and we haven't seen them get their just due.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a lot of speculation. I didn't mean to cut you off, and I'm gonna let you get to it. Like, there's a lot of speculations. I know there was a source with Triple H saying, "I don't understand why people be talking about this." There's been many black WWE champions at the time. One thing you need to understand: yes, there's a WWE title, and back in the day there was a WWE World Heavyweight title. But when it comes to classification, when it comes to the face title of the company, we all know that it's the WWE title. And as you mentioned before we got on there, the only time the heavyweight title has been relevant or first to the WWE title was which faction?
Evolution.
Never in the history. That's probably about the only time. Other than that, like, you got wrestlers like Mark Henry and Booker T. They only been given like the heavyweight title. You know what I'm saying? Basically, like, high-class wrestlers that the fans actually respected. Either they were face or heel. Never got the opportunity at the WWE title.
It's always the face of a B show. Mm-hmm. Not the A show. We all know growing up, Raw, the red brand, is
just
always
get the Raw, That's what Raw was popping.
Exactly. So we all know that SmackDown, well, SmackDown is better than Raw now, but even though it's better as in content, SmackDown will always be the B show. So
Thanks.
King, when he was King Booker, he was on SmackDown. He was the number one bad guy on SmackDown.
Facts.
Mark Henry, Hall of motherfucking Pain, putting niggas down in the middle of the ring.
Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Facts.
Somebody gonna get their ass kicked.
And to think about it like this, I know you mentioned Bobby Lashley, and we'll get to R-Truth later. Yeah, Bobby Lashley, he finally got his shot. One thing is, he got a shot at the time. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really build the promo up, but, you know, he got taken down by John Cena. There goes opportunity. A man that fits the description of what Vince McMahon wants in a champion. Missing one trait, didn't get a shot. And now, remember, like, a lot of people be like, okay, R-Truth, he don't deserve to be at the top and all that stuff. But R-Truth storyline actually hit home to what's going on today. And I quote, R-Truth said, I am a victim of a conspiracy. Now, usually when they mention stuff like that has to do with racism, sexism, anything like that, I don't know how it's going, but the notion I get is they won't say that you can say it straight up what's going on, but you can hint at it. You know what I'm saying? It's something the kids aren't going to catch on to what victim of conspiracy is. But
we are.
Yeah, definitely. We know victim of conspiracy means, sad to say it, but it's true. Why has there not been one brown paper bag rule, African of any kind of descent, WWE champion in WWE? And you got high tier players that could play the part. Booker T definitely could have played the part. Mark Henry could have played the part. These are high caliber wrestlers that could have played the part, and the fans were actually behind them, whether they were face or heel at the time.
Never got a chance with the Big W championship.
Exactly.
It's crazy. But in my opinion, the way this storyline is going, your boy Kofi Kingston finna get the dub.
I hope, bro.
He finna be, fuck The Rock. He gonna be the first ever black champion, and it's gonna hit home. It's gonna be the best WrestleMania moment ever.
And this is what I'm also saying, bro. Seth Rollins, I like you. Brock Lesnar, come on the show more often. Just don't come to Jersey and get me. But that match, listen, I don't know what's gonna go on SmackDown next week, but we'll talk about our predictions. But if Kofi gets his opportunity at WrestleMania, that has to be the main event. They always say a match is main event, but that has to be the last match of the evening where Kofi wins, the confetti's coming down on him. We don't need that to be a halfway match and then, okay, go in the locker room. It needs to be a long time coming match. You get what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. Oh, 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 oh,
and I need Biggie to come out. I need Biggie and Xavier.
I need pancakes everywhere, bro.
I need the whole SmackDown roster to come out and put this nigga on their shoulders like when Mankind won the title so long ago.
Facts.
I need everybody to come out and then everybody cheering this confetti, and then you see how the fucking shot on the outside of the arena where you see fireworks and shit. I need that to happen for my boy.
Facts, bro. It has to be that way, man. There's no other way. You can't build the story line up like this and then just call it quits and then have somebody else wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was happy when Kevin Owens came back. They gave him a standing ovation. But more people was mad at the fact that Kofi got kicked out. The thing that I'm really happy about, if you look at the fans or anything like that, no. Everybody, it don't matter. No race, no color, no nothing meaning. Everybody's behind Kofi Kingston. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows it's a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? They want to see something different too. One thing I mentioned before, and I mentioned in the other episode that I was previously going to put up until what happened yesterday. Think about what's going on. We got one wrestler from Carteret, Al Jamil, J.J. Adams. I ain't mean to mess your persona, your first name up. He probably has dreams one day of becoming the WWE champion. But the difference is, like, for example, you got other kids that want to be the next NFL player and all that stuff. Usually they aspire to somebody that they kind of resemble to, somebody that had a similar upbringing to them. For me, it was Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis came from the same upbringing that I came to, single-parent household and all that stuff, overcoming adversity. Now, the hard thing is to do, like, how can somebody want to strive and be motivated to be something that's been cut down from the people that's up there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be the first black WWE champion. No, I want to be the first WWE champion. But then you look at the ranks, you're like, dang, it seems like people that's high tier when it comes to WWE title, they're not getting it. So that's going to diminish people's motivation. You know what I'm saying? When the other way around, it's not like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, I can be a WWE champion because Daniel Bryan was WWE champion. Yeah, that helps the people that's struggling with motivation and all that stuff. But there's another adversity right here. Being a black WWE champion. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're making it seem like, damn, it can't happen. Just like there's many people that wanted to be the first black president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Barack Obama set the bar for kids that's believing that one day I could become president of the United States. Now they got something to believe in. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know, Barack. I don't want to get political or anything, but Barack Obama was half white.
You get my point. you get my drift. You know what I'm saying?
We need someone that's 100%.
Just to set the standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, this has nothing to do with racism or anything like that. It has something to do with how can I be inspired to be something when I look up to that height and nobody that looks like me or came from the same upbringing as me is there. You get what I'm saying? It diminishes motivation.
Hispanic people got Eddie Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
White people got everybody.
Yeah. Look, the way I see it, man.
Indian people got their first champion.
Facts, bro. Facts. And that's not diminishing anybody. It's just stating that it's making it seem like black have to be last when it shouldn't be that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It came one point, everybody was like, you know what? The first black WWE champion at this point was John Cena rapping it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seemed like at this point.
That's how I feel, man. John Cena was the first black champion.
Facts, but we got 2 more minutes to go, and then we'll talk about. So, what you think gonna happen on SmackDown, man? How do you think this Kofi match is gonna come to pass? Because he did what Vince said, he won the gauntlet, but got hit with adversity.
Well, I was watching the SmackDown Fallout video, and I feel like the New Day gonna go back to the gimmick that they were supposed to do a long ass time ago when they first formed. They're gonna be some mad black ass Nation of Domination niggas, but they still gonna be the New Day with the pancakes and shit. But they gonna whoop everybody ass until Vince McMahon give Kofi the shot.
You know what I need? You know what I think they need to do? They need to start off by invading Raw. They gotta let Vince on every show, so he need to let them know what's up. You know what I'm saying? The whole match. Okay, we start the show. Bam, everything. While a match is going on in the ring, now you got a camera in the background. Oh, the New Day is wilding. We gonna get what we want. You know, Big E don't play. Take the straps off. We gonna get what we want. Damn that. If we still don't get what we want on SmackDown, we go to NXT. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, don't fuck NXT.
Big E gonna be like, nah, get him.
NXT had a black champion, bro.
Alright.
NXT.
They might have to make an example out of him.
He was the second. Big E was the second NXT champion.
Facts.
So we good with NXT.
Uh-huh.
NXT all about equality.
Facts. That's good. But overall, I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea of what this video is about. There's nothing wrong with this video. At the end of the day, we all came from similar upbringings and all that stuff. This is basically about the storyline that WWE is trying to paint right now is basically the adversity of what black people go through. That's what I'm starting to get. You know what I'm saying? And this is not just from the 50s. It's about still what we're going on now. Rodney said he don't want to get political. I don't want to get political either. But this goes from like the Black Lives Matter movement to, you know, unlawful shooting and all that stuff. It's basically about basically every time a black person gets ahead in life, it seems like they get pulled back. And this is what this story is depicting. So the only way that this fairy tale can end is with Kofi Kingston becoming the first actual black WWE champion. And then we'll be happy.
Yeah, I'll be, man, I'm gonna cry.
I'll be,
can you just think about it? 11 years ago,
bro.
Kofi Kingston, he debuted on ECW.
Come on. Yeah. SOS. I hear them shout. Yeah, but that's about all the time we got. You know, guys, I tell you guys this all the time. Follow our channel. You know, we got Instagram, Facebook, all the freaking social medias, even YouTube. Subscribe to our page. I can tell you about all this stuff, but I'm just going to leave a little post at the end so you can check it out. Like I always say, not giving up is our magic powers. Like it should be your magic powers. At the end of the day, look, let's get it. We need this, Kofi. We need this, all right? All right, have a good one, y'all. All right.
Never, never, never forget. Obo e toke. Wasureru na. Are kore sore. Taisetsu na no dore. いらないもの捨てちゃおう。いるものだけありゃ幸せなのかもしれないだろう。ありがとう。